Alright, well, stream going. It's not 9:23, it is. Did we skip a week? No, we played last week, right? Last week was
believe so,
9:23. So I think,
It's,
yeah, we did miss 1 week. But yeah, it is 9:30. Okay. So Thorothi was the previous scribe. I believe it is Barrel's turn.
Okay.
Fortunately, this game only has 3 of you, so the turns come around pretty quick.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not like trying to get out of it like I did on Thursday. I'm like, please, it was locked. It's just gonna be notes. I don't have a lot of time to write right now.
It's perfectly fine. So we have the 86th of summer at 8 a.m. And yeah, Thorothi as the previous scribe. Do you want to give us a quick rundown of what happened?
right here, let's see how far back my notes actually go. I wrote down most of it. Talking with Uthway and discussing, we finished off talking with Uthway, discussing what to do with the rest of the trolls, and these two giants that seemed to be experimenting with trolls, which would explain why the den has been expanding and be expanding undetected as well. It fits in with what we've seen in the past. But I was explaining that being close to trolls and giants had actually triggered the surge of my wild magic. Given the chaotic,
I was just going to say you can keep going, but yeah, I just need to step away for one moment.
all good. Given the fact that it was being slightly chaotic, it actually triggered my magic. Rituals Uthway was going to get some books to seal this troll in forever. We were leaving the den. Beryl then tapped out a tree and we walked back to the tower. Beryl has got given quite a fancy spell scroll. This seems actually quite interesting. We'll need some time to settle in, so we'll have a good rest at the tower. I have to admit, I am very sore and very tired from that last fight after being thumped around by a couple of giants and a troll. A good rest, have a smoke of the pipe, thinking of interactions with wild magic, spending my day in the tower, resting, seeing Anna Kate. The next time I saw Anna Kate being quite unusual for her, quite flirtatious with a poor underling. Be interesting. Looking at the tower, saw a T-Rex, which I'm not sure why there was a T-Rex in this part of the jungle. I didn't know they were here. So the swamp. So this will be interesting. And then we spent that night sneaking into the library, whilst Anna Kate was fighting Beryl and I copied down some recipes. We found 2 recipes, the potion of invulnerability and the elixir of health. We disappeared down the stairs, ran back to camp whilst hearing something in the background. I don't know what it was. We were going to prepare to head back to the city shortly. We then spent the next day talking with Uthway, and I got a book on the local monstrosities and creatures in the area, so that is how I spent the rest of my time whilst the party was doing other things.
Okay. Thank you. I think we did wrap up and head back to the capital at the very end of the session.
At the very end, I hadn't written that down. Apparently, I was doing.
I literally think it was like we had immediately ended the session when we did that. So. So what do we want to do in the capital? I feel like I know we had some downtime stuff we wanted Anna, Kate, and Titus to do. I don't know if we're gonna play that well. one or both of them is away, or...
All right. Sorry about that. Just had to run to the restroom real quick. So Thorothi, did you want to switch over to the new wild magic thing now rather than later?
I can.
The only thing is, you would have to do some manual, like, editing of the sheet, because it's not something you can drag and drop right now.
Yeah, understandable.
If you don't want to deal with it, then don't worry about it. We can just wait. But if you do really want to do it, you just have to, copy paste a bunch of stuff to make it work.
And I'm happy to wait. Well, when we upgrade, we upgrade. I've just got stuff I'm building for it, so it's all good. I'm happy to wait.
All right. Yeah, and I wouldn't say we do it now or anything, but if you wanted a blank sheet or something, you could just ask me. Otherwise, yeah, you can just wait for it. All right. So, yeah, we left off. You had come to the capital forest here. Beryl got her reward from Uthe, and I believe you were kind of getting ready to... I don't remember. Why did you come to the capital?
Either. Was it because of...
I think it was because of Anna Kate.
Yeah.
She wanted to keep looking into her parents.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, she's not here right now. Is there anything the two of you want to do here?
Well...
Not particularly, but I'm happy to go around with everyone.
Well, there's lots to do in city. Maybe something that Dorothi wants to buy or learn or encounter. Maybe Tribe could find something. But Tribe could also check in on Tribe Guild Hall, and Tribe could check in on allies at Phoenix Guild. Tell Master Symphony how Tribe encountered and how encounters in Swamp went.
That is very true. Sounds like a good idea.
Alright, you do also have a headquarters in town.
Yeah, that's what Beryl meant by stopping in on Tribe Guild Hall.
Oh, okay. So is that where you're heading first? The headquarters?
Sure.
Yep, we'll head there.
Alright,
Let's see.
so you travel... Go ahead.
We had Dextreth working on infiltrating the Blood Hand, so we maybe could try and see if she's left any messages at the guild hall on her progress.
Sure. So you go to the guild hall. You are welcomed, as last time a bunch of them got to know you. So they will let you in and, of course, offer you the usual place where you can stow your stuff and, keep your camp, like your own private hall. So I'm guessing several of your people will head there. If you ask them about Dextreth, let's see, do you have a contact here?
At the guild hall, or?
Yeah. I know you were speaking with Alira last time.
Alira or Lyra or Iara? I don't remember.
I think it was Alira.
Alira, okay.
Yeah. But she is not currently here. They'll tell you that there's been some discovery of a ruined area in the north, some massive undertaking that she is trying to get the guild involved in the excavation and discovery of it. So she's up there working on that. Let's see, who would be here to meet you? Alright, well, I'll just say that, one of the people at the...
We have, Jarek. We have Jarek. He I mean, I don't think he's, in charge here or anything, but we had hired him to research teleportation circles, and he had hired a team to help with it.
Jarek. Can you spell that?
Jarek. From the 73rd summer. He was supposed to be done on the 77th.
I don't have him in my notes. Who is Jarek?
I'm just reading it from the NPC.
The downtime.
Info well, we have their a tab separate for what the NPCs are up to in this group. So.
Oh, the downtime activities one.
Well, the NPCs one. The downtime activities is. Well, I guess. Oh, I guess it's there too. Never mind. It's on both.
Yeah, we could probably just have one. Okay, so that was on the 73rd. Did we not finish that? Did you leave before that was finished?
We left. We left before he was done.
Okay, and he was researching Phoenix Guild libraries for teleportation circles.
Yeah, any teleportation circles he could find, we wanted him to copy down and bring to us. And he was going to hire a team, but I don't remember a team of how many. Or maybe that's the +6. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably the +6. All right, what day is it? It is. I kind of remember that. Okay, so the current date is the 86th. All right, so yeah, he's definitely finished that. So I guess, yeah.
He's a wizard, right?
Yeah, since he's an NPC, I'll let him do his roll. So I guess give me a D20 roll with a +10 to it. His intelligence +6.
Aha!
Nice.
We get 50 circles. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, not 50. So you already have the teleportation circle here. Which actually I should probably mark on the map.
Yeah. That's the only one Beryl knows, because she didn't know the planar travel or the teleportation thing back when we were going back and forth with the Shadowfell and the Void and stuff. That was all Sim.
Let's see, what other ones would you found? So I think that is 3 pieces of lore you get with a 30. So I'll say he got you 3 teleportation circles.
Whatever it would make sense for him to be able to find in the Phoenix Guild archives that they would have given him access to.
So you don't have the one at Highguard?
No, Beryl does not. We've never even been to Highguard. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, we started the campaign in Highguard. We haven't been there since session 1.
Alright, so he probably would have gotten you that one.
Okay.
It's marked on the map.
Not particularly useful.
Was there a certain area you were looking for them in?
She was looking for other planes, but because she can teleport around Gaian if she's been there before, with her trees. But she wasn't expecting anything stellar, but it would be great if they found one from the Shadowfell. I don't know what would be in their library though, yeah.
Yeah, the only problem is planeswalking stuff is a little bit harder to do because most wizards don't planeswalk, only really powerful ones.
So it's a lot harder to find that knowledge.
Yeah, okay. So
I figured, yeah, that's fine. If she gets them if they're all Tyvanus teleports, then it's still some extra teleports we have.
Somewhere else. So you learn about one up in Dazoric.
Okay.
And I'll say that she finds one out in the Nemoric Desert.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
In the Nazic Empire. Though it's not known about to most people. It is like an old, kind of abandoned wizard ruin that one was created back when the Nazic, that they kind of found in one of the ruins that survived the Cataclysm. And the Nazik, it's kind of outside the warlord's territory, so most of the warlords don't know about it.
How do you spell that desert name, and how do you spell the Nazik Empire?
Nemoric. Well, here, I'll
Thank you.
give you the map.
Nice. I knew the desert name when you said it because I think we've heard that before, but I didn't know the empire name. But I guess I didn't recognize that. Oh, I see, it's right there on the map. Okay.
So there's an old ruin there.
Nice. And then Nazik Empire. How do you spell that one? Is that N-A-Z-I-K?
Nazik is just N-A-Z-I-K.
Okay. Great. All right. I recorded those in Beryl's sheet. So she would get. I guess she would hold on to copies of those circles if they copied them down and study them for a while. How does that work?
Yeah. So they would basically just give you the patterns.
Okay, I'll put those in my inventory.
Why can't I? Can I use this? None of my markers are working. That's a pain. Oh, that one kind of works. All right, we'll go with that. So those are the ruins of Kishka.
Ooh, cool.
So an old kind of ruined area there. Which is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but that kind of works to the benefit of it because the warlords aren't interested in trying to control it. And wizards just kind of use it for quick travel into the Nazik Empire.
It would definitely be a shortcut if we need to go over that way. So, and it's interesting because it's someplace we yet. So.
Yeah. So, So you got the High Guard one, you got the Zoric one, and now you have the one out in the sticks out there.
The sticks.
In the desert. As for your infiltration, I just have to make some rolls on that. So they would tell you that the information is being kept secret from most, but they will reveal it to you because Alira told them it was okay. That she has indeed gotten into the Blood Hand Guild and has been keeping an eye on things.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just leave her to that because I imagine she'll get information out when she feels she should.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not sure why you had placed her there, but you now have someone.
Has something to do with Anna Kate's plans.
Yeah, honestly. So she is ready to try to get information, now that she's kind of undercover with them.
Nice. Okay.
She would just need to know what you're trying to figure out, and she can look into it. Which I'm guessing would be more Trey's decision, what he wants her to look into.
Sure. Okay. That's fine.
But if you want to send her notes, you'd have to leave them. Let's see. Was IR in town? I think IR is here, but let me double check. Maybe it is IR you're talking to.
I think we saw Alira when we were here, but...
Yes, IR is in the city, right? But
okay.
Alira isn't anymore. Alira is in Farox. Let me just make a note of that. Okay. So yeah, IR tells you if you want me to get information to her, just let me know.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, what do you want to do?
Great question. Jarek, what else can you do for Tribe?
This is your contact at the Phoenix Guild?
No, Jarek was was he at the Phoenix Guild? I thought he was at the Tribe Guild Hall.
Oh, so Jarek was he the low-level wizard?
Okay,
Is that
I
who
might
that
be
was?
mixing him. I might be getting mixed up with the other group, honestly. Maybe Jarek was from the Phoenix Guild. Have the note that he is
Oh, I
to
found him.
research the
Here's
Phoenix Guild library.
Jarek. Who is Jarek? Yeah, so he was the young wizard
Was
who had
he-
graduated the Phoenix Guild and was kind of smitten with Anna Kate, I think. She was like
Okay, so
kind
he
of
is
flirting with him.
a Tribe Guild member.
For having such a low charisma, Anna Kate is making the rounds. Yeah, I remember she was hitting on him a bunch.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what else does Jarek think that Jarek can do for Tribe?
Says, oh, well, I mean, I can look into some other stuff at the library. I mean, that research project, all that money, I was able to discover quite a bit, and it was good experience, so I'm happy to do more research projects.
Okay.
He says,
What do we think?
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. What do we think, Therothy? What would be useful? What does Tribe need to know?
That'd be very interesting. I'm not sure. What do you think, Beryl?
Just sort of looks back and forth between you two.
Well, maybe Beryl will think about it. Maybe Beryl will send a note to see if Master Symphony can meet Tribe while Tribe is in city, and maybe Therothy and Beryl should just go to market and go see what we can find. I would ask Ayara if she or if she has any if she knows of any merchants that might have interesting items or rare items or items of power in the city at the moment. You know,
Well,
like
there's
black market contacts.
There's the trading that happens in the black market, but that's usually more specific and something that needs to be researched. Palms greased. The normal ways one acquires magic through trade.
Mhm.
If you can pay for it, I can look into it.
Okay, Therothy, are you okay with staying a week or so while Anna Kate gets into things? And we can see if we can find some good stuff.
Oh, sounds good to me. I've got nothing better to do with my time.
Okay, how much does Ayara need?
Well, so let's see. Buying a magical item.
It's like one roll at the end of a week, isn't it? And then and you get a bonus for how many palms you grease.
Yeah. Is this the correct rules? So she says I would need 5 days. At least 200 gold pieces to start. And let's see. She says if you want to give me extra money, Every extra 100 gold pieces you pump into this gives an extra +1 on the roll, up to +10 if you want to put 1,000 towards it.
So it would be 1,200 for like a +10 and
Yeah.
5 days.
+10 to the roll in 5 days would be 1,200.
Daryl's like, okay.
Let me see.
Let's see. What's the heaviest? Can I pay
Yeah,
her
it's
in
a
silver?
charisma persuasion check, which she is decent at. She's not the best, but
Ooh, okay. But the +10 helps a lot. Okay.
mhm.
So let's see what she finds. And I think that she would pay the full the full 1,000, yeah.
Okay. 1,200, you mean?
Or yeah, the full 1,200.
Okay.
Can I'm actually gonna give her 100 of that in silver to lighten the load. So that's
Okay.
1,000 silver coins. And then the other 1,000, let's do, what else do I have? Yeah, we'll just do gold. Because it looks like the yeah, we don't have a lot of silver or copper now, so that lightened our load a lot. So okay. So 1,100 gold and 1,000 silver.
All right, so go ahead and start a project for that. She says, all right, to work I go. We'll see what I can find you.
All right, I will record this, and I'll work on combining the downtime activities tab and the NPC tab into one.
All right.
And
So
today is what's the date?
today is
86th.
today. Yes.
So we're getting close to fall.
86th of summer. 8 a.m.
All right. So 5 days needed, and 1,200 gold invested. Okay. Nice.
All right. So
Okay. All right. So Jarek, what about scribing some scrolls? You think you could do that for us this week? What else do you know?
Jarek's as well. My spell knowledge is limited, so it would have to be first level spells.
Okay.
But I can certainly work on it. I mean, it would give me good practice for making scrolls, which is what I assume you mean is crafting scrolls for you.
Yeah, like the copies of your spells that we can use in a pinch. Yeah.
He says, I can indeed.
Oh, I guess we need to make sure that someone in our party can actually use them, though, huh?
He
The Roadie.
nods.
Are there any wizard spells that you would want to know that you'd be able to cast, like low level stuff that'd be useful to have in your pocket?
Perhaps a shield spell.
Ooh. Can you how many of those can you make in a week?
Since I think I can do 2 first level spells in a week.
Okay. Do you want a couple shield spells in your pocket, Therodi?
Let me see. First level spell. Oh, actually, there are different rules.
Are we still using Xanathar's Downtime Revisited?
Yeah. Which actually, is this Xanathar's? I think it is.
I think it's the Guide to Everything, I think, yeah. Alright. Scribing a spell scroll.
Let me check something.
Oh, it says first level is 1 day.
Yeah, I think that is correct. And it costs what, 25?
That's what it says, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything special with his class or something, as a subclass.
So yeah, he says, I can make you a scroll each day. It would just be, well, maybe I'll say, since he is kind of taking his time to do it, he'll ask for, I don't know,
30 gold a day?
40?
40?
An extra
Okay.
15?
Sure.
And that would
That sounds
buy
good.
the inks and, take the 8 hours for doing his thing. It's actually a pretty good deal for hiring a wizard.
Yeah. Would you think about this week, and you can let us know later? But would Jarrett be interested in travel when Tribe goes again? Seeing the world a bit? Maybe seeing other worlds?
Says, oh, I don't know about that. I've never left the city. That sounds intimidating.
Okay, that's all right.
I think I'd much rather just stay here and continue my studies, at least for now.
Okay, so then 5 shield spells this week, and 200 gold, is that right?
Yes, that would be 200 for the inks and supplies. Oh, did you drop Raldo off at Dazoric? I forget. That's where he wanted to be.
He wanted to stay at Dazoric after we visited Dazoric last. I think he stayed until we're ready to go back north again, and we're supposed to go pick him up.
Okay, so you did drop him off.
I'm not certain. You should check your notes, but I do remember we talked about doing that.
I don't think you did. I think you convinced him to come here first, because I don't have in my notes that he is
Okay,
there.
then he'd be with us then.
So
Okay.
he'd still be with you.
All
Okay.
right. Does he want to do anything in the city? I'll give him money if he needs any.
He says, I don't really like this place. I'll just hang out in the guild hall here. Unless there's something you need from me. But, like I said, I'd much rather just stay here. City streets make me uncomfortable.
Just let Beryl know if Reldo needs anything while here. I think that the Tribe Guild here knows that you're with us, and we'll give you whatever you need. And then hopefully we can move along in a week or so after Anna Kate is done here.
He says, do you think you could take me to Dazoric tomorrow? One of you. Either with your tree magic or maybe the teleportation circle that you learned.
Beryl could take you today, but Beryl couldn't return today.
He says, all right, well, how about maybe at the end of the day, spend the night there and come back tomorrow?
Yeah.
He says that would be much appreciated.
Beryl likes drinking at the inn there.
And he nods. He says, there's some good drink, and there's some nice steam baths that one can enjoy.
And, yeah, okay, that's fine. So at the end of the day, yeah. Okay, so then now just Beryl and Therothy need to figure out what we're going to do during the week while these other folks do these jobs for us. So I guess Beryl might do some... Oh, I have some notes here. I've got some venom troll toxin. Can I refine that into poison?
Do you have a poisoner's kit as venom? Or as
Beryl? Beryl is... She doesn't have a poisoner's kit on her, but if the guild hall has one, she is trained.
Oh, okay. Which poison is it?
Venom troll toxin.
Oh, that's the contact one.
Let's see here.
And you have a recipe for it yet?
I did not know I needed one, so no, I don't think so.
Alright. It is an exotic poison. It's not one that's usually sold, so you can look into ways of utilizing it, like making grenades or something. It just might take some time to research.
Okay,
because it's not one of the standard poisons.
Okay, so what can I do in a week with the facilities that I have here at the guild hall?
So the guild does have a library you can use, especially for a project like this.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll say if you want, you can spend the week on a research project.
Okay.
It would probably use your poisoner's kit check and your intelligence, I'd say, or wisdom, one or the other.
Can I get someone from the guild? Okay, if I can use wisdom, then okay, I'll do that then. Yeah. If I had to use intelligence, I'm going to need some help.
Yeah, we'll say you can use wisdom. So I'll say you need 2 pieces of lore at least. So if you can get 2 pieces in a week, you'll complete the project. Which I think is like 15 or over, but I forget.
Okay. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
To complete the project, you need 2 pieces of lore, which I think is. Let me see.
Okay. And is there anything I can do to increase my chances, or is it just kind of basically based on my abilities?
You can hire assistants, same as with a normal research project.
Let's see. And if I'm adding my wisdom, well, my poisoner's kit with my wisdom would be a +9.
Mm-hmm.
Then do I add my wisdom again? Or does that already count as my wisdom because I'm proficient in the poisoner's kit?
No, it'd just be once. So you'd have the +9.
Okay, the +9. Let's do this. And I need, how many pieces of lore? How do I get, what roll do I need to get 2 pieces of lore?
15.
Okay. Can I hire enough people to get me that +5?
So you can spend 50 gold pieces per assistant, and each one gets you a +1. And that would be up to a +6 if you want to. Actually. So I lied. I think you can only use your wisdom for this. It wouldn't be your poisoner's
that's fine.
kit.
+9 is actually a pretty good chance. And then how much do I need to spend on this week?
Well, what I was saying is you wouldn't actually get your proficiency bonus to this. It would just be your wisdom modifier.
Oh, so even though my normal poisoner kit roll would be a +9, I don't get that for this.
Yeah, because it looks like for research projects, generally you would just use int. So I'd say you could probably use wisdom, but you couldn't use your.
Okay. Well, may I go ahead and spend the 250? Oh wait, you said up to 6, so let's spend 300 on the assistants.
Okay, so you hire some people from the guild to assist you, gaining a +6 plus your wisdom. We'll say you are working on that for the week.
Okay. All right, that's recorded. Dorothy, what do you want to do? Here, Beryl will give you the gold you need.
Well, if you've got time to do a research project, I might find the magical library and study some wild magic, if that's okay. See if I can understand more of its origin.
Okay, so maybe finding some lore on wild magic. Yes. That would be an int roll, though. Again, you can hire people to give you an increase to the roll up to +6 if you pay 300 gold.
I'm gonna look at Beryl. Is that alright, Beryl?
Yeah, Beryl has that much. Here you go.
And it would be, sorry, I forgot. It is an initial 50 for the project, so it'd be 350 for you, Beryl.
350?
Yeah, and 350 for Thorothi if he wants the assistance.
Oh, so I need to do another 50 from Beryl's project? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because it's 50. It's 50 basically like to use the library and like use resources, and then the other 50 are for all the assistants for each one. Okay. All right, so you set up a project to find more lore on wild magic. All right, do we want to just pass time and see what happens?
I think I'm good with that. I think when Anna Kate gets here, we might want to timey-wimey and go back to what Anna Kate was doing for the week. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I mean, I assume she was working on her own thing, so she's probably just out and about during this time.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought she might be doing something relevant to her backstory or something during this time, and we just want to jump to her once Trey gets here, I thought. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I didn't want her to lose the time. Yeah, okay.
All right, so let me know if anyone is doing anything in the meantime. Otherwise, I'll just be rolling.
I will take Boulder Bottom back to Dezoric tonight. I will spend the night there, have some drinks and fellowship, and come back in the morning. I will also pay Boulder Bottom because we gave him a down payment and the contract was for the rest when we get to the tower, and now we've been gallivanting around Tyvanus, so I feel bad. So I would give him his money.
Okay, so is he paid up now?
If I subtract another, let me go find it. It's on here somewhere. Or I used to have it somewhere. Here it is, income upkeep. So we paid him 350, which was the half down back a long time ago. So I'm going to give him the other 350 and take him back, and then we will hire him again when we come back through to Zorik.
Alright, so I'll take him off the list for now.
Okay.
I guess your dinosaurs you're keeping kind of caged up in your area, right?
I guess who our camp people are keeping them, yeah. If we can keep them in the woods or in the guild hall, I will.
They don't really like the idea of them being in the guild hall, but they're not going to say no. So,
if they've got kennels or something, Beryl will do whatever she needs to make it accommodating for the animals and the people.
Yeah, I mean the big thing is kind of as long as and Beryl is probably pretty good at keeping them all, in check. So yeah, that's fine. Okay. Like I said, just rolling to pass time. And your dinosaurs probably would take some gold to pay as well. Eldevel is the druid that's with you?
Yeah, he's the one that came with us from the swamp.
Okay. So he's not asking for any payment yet. So let's see.
You were gonna add that. I think at some point you were gonna add. Oh, I see. You have added. Yeah, there is already upkeep incorporated for the dinosaurs. Or did you just add that? Because I know it was blank for
those.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
All right. So time is passing. 5 days would pass. So let's see. Be 125 for your camp.
Oof. Dinosaurs expensive. Oh, I see. That was for the 5 days. Okay. I was like, wow, our upkeep went up a lot. But that was like a daily thing.
All right, so you're down to 251 in your camp.
Okay.
It's not even the platinum or anything. And at the end of the week, we'd have to make some rolls for your projects.
Okay.
So the scrolls, you paid 40 a day for. So that would be the 200, and you got 5 shield scrolls. Because you asked him to make those.
Yeah, perfect. Is that can cast that? Do we know?
Can what?
Let me just look. I was just looking to see if there's anyone else who can use that. Sorcerer, wizards, and hexblade. Okay, so Therothi, do you want to take these scrolls and put them in your inventory? Like you're there for you to use in battle when needed.
Is Therothi there? I guess we could get back to him.
I am here, apparently. I'm just talking to myself.
So they would give you 5 scrolls of shield.
Oh, lovely.
Which you can now use in combat, since I don't think you have the spell.
No.
Alright, so just make sure you record those. What else were you doing?
So then I guess Ayara's search for magic items.
Okay, so let me roll that. And you gave her a +10, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that would be It's 10. Okay. What does Xanathar's... Can you check Xanathar's really quick on buying magical items? I just want to make sure I'm using the correct rules here.
Yeah, so... Charisma check to determine quality of the seller found. +1 for every work week beyond the first. +1 for every additional 100.
Oh, so it is a charisma. It's not a persuasion.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It says charisma, parenthesis, persuasion, close
okay.
parenthesis. Yeah, sorry. I should have read it that way. Is that what you needed, or is there other details you needed?
No, that's what I needed.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
If...
Alright. I have to make a roll. Give me a D4 barrel. I'll let you roll this.
Oh, no.
1. Okay. Okay. Give me a D100 roll, please. 75. Interesting. Okay. So I think this is very rare. Okay. So she finds someone selling a scroll, which has a 9th level spell on it. What spell, you ask? That's a good question. Let me figure that out. 'Cause that was not something said. Oh wait, is that... I'm pretty sure that's very rare.
A 9th level might be legendary.
Let me see, what's very rare? You might be right.
Oh, the table does not come through very well, but it does say the 9th level is legendary for spell scroll.
Okay. Is legendary even an option on here? Yeah, it is. Okay. So she would say, this is very much kind of a secret happening, but there is a wizard selling a meteor swarm spell, which is extremely illegal because of how powerful it is and how dangerous it is. But they are offering to sell it for 80,000 gold pieces.
Well, Beryl can't use this type of magic, so Beryl doesn't know.
She says, well, it's there for at least a week or until he gets arrested. So, if you change your mind, let me know. But it's quite expensive. Supposedly these types of spells are
not, like, consumable?
She says, no, not this week, unfortunately. Though I can, keep looking around.
Okay.
He says it's very random what sort of things will appear on the market.
Beryl understands. Beryl doesn't even need super rare stuff. Beryl was just looking for some fun stuff.
As well, I could, I mean, I, need to look around again, but I could check some other places that might be a little less expensive. If you want to, give me less money, I could try some other places that wouldn't have as good of a deal, but...
Oh, I mean, Beryl, it wasn't about the money so much as just, Tribe isn't necessarily looking for crazy, crazy, dangerous things. Just anything useful and fun. But yeah, Beryl's fine if you want to keep looking. Also, Tribe has some magic items to trade, maybe. So maybe look for vendors that might be open to this too.
As well, I could try to sell some magical items.
Yeah, Beryl forgot that IRA has contacts for selling stuff. Let's see. Beryl have. It's been a little while.
Been working on making quite a few contacts within the underground, so...
Yeah, Beryl and Tribe did get rid of a bunch of things, but let me see what Beryl still has.
So that, to do that, let's see. It would depend on the rarity of the item you want to sell. But it's similar to what I was doing to find them. Basically talking amongst the black markets and putting out there what I'm selling and seeing what kind of offers come back.
Beryl forgot that Tribe gave a lot of Tribe's extra stuff to the guild hall. They're using it now.
Well, if you want me to sell something, let me know.
Okay. Thanks for chatting.
Let's see.
All right, so then I think Thoreau had his research project.
Okay, so Thoreau, I would need an intelligence check from you, plus, I believe it was 6. Whenever you have a moment.
He rolled.
Okay, so that would be
14.
6 is 14. Let's see. Alright, so you would get 2 pieces of lore on wild magic, which you can use to try to uncover a spell of some kind. Or if there's something more specific you're looking to find out, you can let me know. And I can tell you what you find out about said thing.
I think he's typing.
Yeah, I assumed.
Spell would be ideal. Nice.
Alright, so you're going to spend them both on the spell?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So I'll say with that, although you're not a wizard, so I'm not sure what could, well, I guess you could, let's see, how much did you spend? 350 plus 50. So I'll say with your 2 pieces of lore, you can learn 2 first or 1 second level spell, which you could use to replace one of your current spells. So basically, kind of respec a little, since you can't actually scribe.
From any particular spell list?
Well, from the sorcerer, because he's a sorcerer.
Right.
So you
figured.
could, you could say you learned some magic, which would kind of replace one of your, or two first level or 1 second level spell in your current list. So if there's a spell you want to swap out, I'll say you learn how to use this new spell, but that would kind of limit your magic and maybe take away one of your old spells. Alright, so yeah, just take a look and see if there are any spells you want to swap in or out. Alright, and I think that was it, right? There were no other projects?
I think so. Oh no, so Barrel's research for the venom troll poison.
Oh, right. So go ahead and give me a wisdom check with a +6.
Okay, wisdom check with +6. So I just roll straight wisdom.
Yeah, if you roll wisdom, you can just add 6 to it.
Oh no.
14. So yeah, that would get you what you need.
Oh, okay.
How much of the troll poison do you have?
I have 220 worth.
220.
CR7. That's all I got. 220 Maho CR7.
Is that the essence or the poison?
I have it recorded as toxin of venom troll, so I don't know if it was Maho or not, but I have 220 down as the value.
All right. So.
Because we have essence of venom troll on a different line.
Yeah. So I'll say. So you have the recipe now. That you can make troll poison bombs, which are basically kind of like these clay shells that shatter, releasing the poison when you throw it at things. They would cost 50 Maho each to make.
Or of the poison stuff, or 50 gold?
You would need the poison, so you would need troll poison to make this.
Okay. And is there like a radius or something, like when I threw?
Let's see.
Or any lingering effect?
Let me remind myself what the poison does exactly. Where is the venom troll? There it is. Okay. So a small amount of the poison would usually do 2d8. Big amount would do 4d8. So the bomb would probably just do the 2d8 poison damage on hit. But maybe I'll say you can throw them as a bonus action instead of a regular attack.
What would so I can do a regular attack with them?
It would be a bonus action to quickly hurl them at something while you're doing other things.
And then it's 2d8 poison on hit. Is there?
Yeah.
So it would just be like a improvised thrown weapon?
Well, you could it's almost like a little sling stone. Like
Oh,
it's a
perfect.
small container with poison in it. So you could say you have proficiency.
Perfect.
It would
All
be
right,
a
so 2d8
dex-based throw.
poison. All right, 2d8 poison, but there's no like cloud or AoE or lingering effect.
No, it would
the
just
target.
hit one target, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I just want to copy this down so that like when I go to use them again, we don't have to do this all again.
Yeah, that's fine. And just make sure you record that you have that recipe.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to make a note of that too.
You said it costs 50 venom toxin, 50 gold worth of venom toxin. Okay.
Okay. And I think we got a trade, didn't we?
Yep, I'm here.
So we
Hey.
passed a week of downtime. We're in the city. What do you think you would want to work on for the week?
Oh,
We have some research projects and some crafting and some magic stuff. Oh, we got information that your ally Dexrith has infiltrated the Blood Hand, and she's ready to do work for the group upon request.
Yeah, she's well placed and waiting.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is infiltrated. So if you want to send messages to her and request things, that is possible.
Also, Iara spent a week finding magic stuff for us, and she came back with an offer for a level 9 Scroll of Meteor Swarm.
Which
it will
no one
only
can
cost
use.
us $80,000. Actually, I think that the Rothy could use it.
Oh,
but, it'd be a caster check.
I think it would actually be 40,000 because I just remembered consumables are halved, so it'd be 40,000, which is still a lot.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any downtime projects. So probably just trying to infiltrate the Blood Hand would be the only thing I'd be interested in. So if an opportunity is going to arise for me and Titus to start doing the pit fighting.
All right, so are you just
do that?
Trying to do some pit fighting for a week?
Sure. If that option is available to us yet.
Yeah, I mean, you still have your contact who made the offer.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, again, it would be more dangerous than a normal pit fighting, but you would have had a week. So let's see. So during that time, you get to make 3 checks: strength, athletics, dex, acrobatics, and a con check as a bonus equal to the character's largest hit die. So basically a con roll with your largest hit die added to it.
Okay.
You can replace one of these with an attack roll of your choice.
Okay.
With one of your weapon attack rolls. So what 3 checks do you want to make?
Acrobatic. You said acrobatics or athletics?
You can do strength, athletics, dex, acrobatics, and that special con check.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do.
And one of them you can replace.
I'll do acrobatics, athletics, and the attack roll.
Okay, so you're not doing your special con check.
Well, did you say it was a? I mean, I guess I could. I get +2 to con, and then my highest.
Here, I'll just so you can kind of see it. I'll put it in chat here. What the rolls would be.
Bonus equal to the roll of the character's largest hit die. So I don't actually get my +2 con. I roll a d10 to see what the modifier is.
Well, you get your +2. Well, let me see. You get your +2 con. You get an extra d10 to that.
Okay. So I'm still slightly better to do an attack
Okay.
than the special con check,
So
assuming an average roll. So,
let me
so
generate
first I'll do.
those difficulties. So your first one, you're gonna do which one first?
Actually, the con is never mind. I will do the attack instead of the athletics. I'll do acrobatics, the con
So-
check, and an attack.
So we'll start with the attack roll.
Okay.
The DC is going to be 13, so pretty easy.
I can't fail that.
Oh, all right. So that is one
Boom.
success. Next one is going to be the Dex Acrobatics. DC is going to be 15. Getting lucky.
I can't fail that either.
All right. and
For-
the special con,
And here's where it all falls apart.
17
Okay, Constitution check.
plus a D10, I believe.
Yeah, I do have.
Okay. So you
12
need
and
a
then-
5.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh wait.
It'd be
Ignore the +2. I
Yeah.
could have just rolled that. No, I couldn't.
9. All right. So that would be 21. So that would be 3 successes. All right.
Nice.
So you have a very good week. I'm not going to worry too much about Titus. I'll just say he's fighting in the background as well.
He did okay, but not as well as I did.
Yeah. So you would win.
It's canon.
Actually, I have to roll for a complication as well. Possible. Let me see. There's increased chance of complication because of the illegal thing. No complication. So you would win 200 gold pieces and gain
Sweet.
standing within the illegal fighting pits of the black market, which is run by the Blood Hand, of course. You think you have gained some fame there as well, so you might have an easier time talking to people. I'll say
Okay.
while you're down there a few times, maybe Dexreth is kind of walking around and she would kind of nod to you as she's doing her own thing. But she never comes over and talks to you, unless you want to try to make contact with
We
her.
want to blow her cover.
Yeah.
No, I probably. No, I probably wouldn't draw attention to her if people are watching me.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, the way you're supposed to communicate is through notes passed through your guild, which they can get to her in secret.
Okay.
So... yeah, so that is the kind of results of the first week of downtime. You all kind of did your own thing. What does the group want to do at this point?
Well, tribe should maybe stop in and see Master Symphony, to explain status of tuning fork. And then if tribe has other things to do in Tyvonis, then tribe can keep spending time here.
Yeah, you
Or-
didn't get the tuning fork, huh?
Right.
Okay.
So Beryl feels like we need to go tell Master Symphony what went down. Because we kind of want to.
Yeah, it
We
seems
don't
so
want to
far.
ghost him.
So far, he hasn't heard that you're in town.
Oh, I thought I told Jarek. Oh, but that's fine. All right. Yeah. So can she have sent a message saying that we're back in town and asking for an audience?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So that is
I don't know
something
when
in the
he'll be
works.
available. But yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So what is the plan? Are we spending another week working on things? Do you want to head somewhere else?
So on a Cape, Beryl took Roldo back to the Zorik. He doesn't like capital and wanted to stay there until Tribe is ready to look for Tower again. So Tribe can rehire him when Tribe returns.
Okay.
to Dazork. And then Beryl learned some teleportation circles. Look, she'll show you the parchments that Jarek and his team copied for her from the Phoenix Guild Library. Beryl can go to desert, visit
Ooh.
I just forgot his name. What was the Hobgoblin captain's name?
Orcard?
Yeah,
Orcard,
visit
yeah.
Orcard's people.
Is he alive in this game?
No, he died in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But we ended on good terms with his people and brought them back here and gave them some gold to get home.
That's true. The Iron Tide. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jarek's team was able to find some teleportation circles for Beryl, but not in the Shadowfell. So we still can't get to the Shadowfell. But Beryl can now get to Dazoric and Highguard and the desert if we wanted to go there.
Sounds good.
And Jarek also scribed a bunch of shield scrolls to help Thorodhi in combat, so he's got those in his pocket now. And so yeah, we've got Dexreth hanging out in the Blood Hand if we want to use her for anything.
I have Orcard as missing. Are you sure he's dead?
Well, we
He
found his armor and we found his. We didn't find his sword, but we found his. Was it a bow? I think. And his people told us he was dead when we found them.
Okay, so yeah, it was kind of
in
ambiguous. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm kind of remembering that.
So I guess there is that possibility that he survived.
Yeah.
But
'cause-
his people were, and we ended up with his. I think it was his bow.
Mhm.
Although
Okay.
I think Hope Collar or Vlad walked away with that. No, not Vlad. Oh, Hope Collar or what was the other one? I don't know. Anyway, let's. All right. But yeah, we brought all those people back here, and they headed for the desert. We gave them supplies and gold.
Yeah.
All right. The other thing that Tribe could do is Barrow's really interested in meeting more archdruids now, so Barrow can learn more secret lore. Just saying.
All right.
There's a bit of a quiet in the room.
You didn't enjoy our vacation in the swamp?
There were parts of it I enjoyed. Wait, who am I right now?
That's a good
Hang on.
question.
5 days later, yeah.
Let me see.
Titus says, I know there were parts I enjoyed.
I'm Kata right now, so yes, there were definitely parts I enjoyed. But I don't know that they want me back.
It would probably be a different area.
Oh, good point. Good
Titus
point.
Yeah,
yes.
new archdruid, new territory.
Well, if it's not in the swamps, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
think.
Is there an archdruid in the desert? Now that Barrel can go to the desert. Guys, out of character, I have no reason for this team to go to the desert. It's just that Beryl now knows how to get to the desert, and she is interested in meeting more archdruids, so.
Gaining more secrets. I mean, there are archdruids in all the areas of Gaian, because they're constantly, they're constantly like keeping or trying to keep balance, as well as druids coming forward to try to claim the title of archdruid.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so they're kind of all over the place. You would guess not all of them have lore to share, but some of them certainly could. I think she mentioned that in the north, the Druid of the Mountains had a wild shape as well.
Oh.
That was one she said.
We've been in a
into.
lot of the mountains. Did she tell us anything more about how we might contact him or?
No, she just said if you're able to find him, he might have some information. So Anna Kate, if I remember correctly, you were looking into your father kind of trading with the Blood Hand within the city, which was kind of like a little scandalous for you because you thought...
That was a surprise to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm just trying to kind of refresh myself. Was looking through some notes of what we were doing with her, if we're going back to the storyline. So I guess I would want to know how you would be trying to figure out more of this information. Like more about your father and what he did.
That's an excellent question.
And actually, if we want, I'll give you some time to think about that. We can take a
Well, I was
going
gonna say I would probably just introduce myself using my real last name to see if anyone seems to recognize it.
Okay, so kind of just talking to people within the black market now that you have some rapport, using your last name to see if anyone comes forward and talks to you about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, why don't we do a break? And yeah, we could start on the next week or whatever the group wants to work on.
All right.
So, okay.
You can think about what you're doing. If you're going to stay, if you're going to work on stuff, or go someplace. We must find out. If you want to hire some more heroes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will be right back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a crazy night. My son played the first half of a football game, then changed into a tuxedo, played 3 songs in a band concert, and then changed back into a football uniform to play the fourth quarter of the game.
Wow.
Yep.
Holy wow. That's wow.
That was a busy night for him.
That sounds exhausting.
Yeah. Oh, and they just got home. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, back for real now. So I'm up for whatever y'all want to do next. If we want to do something before we finish the Shadowlord storyline.
Trying to remember what
We
was
don't
it?
get the feeling there's any urgency to going back to the area where we were.
You mean the swamp or?
No, the in the
the
mountains.
hunt for the tower, yeah. I think that we've sort of kind of been metagaming where our players are making the decisions for us to kind of stall while we were kind of short on players.
No, I knew that, but if the answer is going to be that we're playing multiple characters so we can get through this storyline and start fresh with a new group on a new storyline. And I didn't know if maybe we wanted to go ahead and do that.
I forgot to take notes and I'm supposed to be journaling, so I spent my break catching up on the journal, and since I don't hear Lou back yet, I'm gonna run, take a quick break, go to the potty and get a drink.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Miri had to step away again for a second, so she'll be right back.
Alright, I was just trying to eat some dinner during the break.
Anything good?
Just some pasta. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Been very tired this evening. Having some Coke Zero and some coffee. Hopefully that helps wake me up a little more.
Always helps me.
Now, did you say you didn't want to go any further in the story with just the three of you?
Oh, no, that's not what I was saying. I was saying, I was kind of wondering, should we go ahead and finish this storyline?
Yeah, I think originally
That was the debate we were having.
We started stalling and kind of doing some side stuff because we thought it was going to be short term, that we were short players, you know, and it's just kind of turned into a longer stretch than we expected.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Here, let me put this down on a list, and then maybe we can just kind of like vote. And honestly, like, barrels. Honestly, the long-term things, two of them are really more just like, do we want to like just keep doing side quests? I don't know. I'm fine with those. Are not priorities.
No, I mean, but they're fun. So I am perfectly fine with that too. If we think that we'll...
Honestly, I'm mildly curious, but I'm not sure if the whole group
I
in
just
here really.
I don't want to hurt Lou here, and like if you're unable to get more people for the higher level quest, again, I am happy to pay for 2 slots and play 2 characters, but that might not be sustainable for for much longer. So maybe we wrap it up, and then get somebody in here for a new quest. And then I do want to do the upper level campaign, but maybe like we get some new people in, we play with them for a while, and then convince them to do the high level campaign and come back to these characters.
Yeah, I think if we did that, I'm really interested in your idea, Lou, of us jumping over and playing lower level characters that have joined like the tribe guild halls.
Yeah.
And take up questing in Teruvia, or even get on a boat and go to the new continent or something like that, so that it's kind of like the same timeline and we still have that more likely option that we might revisit these characters instead of just completely abandoning them.
Yeah.
And because I am interested in those other stories, you know, I'm sure we'd have fun no matter what.
Yeah, the the Lost Continent game I had partially finished. My biggest issue is that it's kind of separate from Teruvia, so anything happening over there wouldn't be as connected to what the main group is doing. But, I mean, you could discover stuff over there that has to do with, you know, things that the main group is doing.
Oh, and to some extent, there is a little bit of a, I was about to say expiration date, but that's not the way, there's a time span where the settlers and people that go over there are very much from their homeland, but if they get to levels, mid-high levels, then they're going to start having the types of abilities that will probably allow them to return home much more quickly or communicate with home much more easily, or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's kind of that, like, isolation period while they get adjusted over there, but then, like, the more powerful characters, you know, would come to the point where, you know, just like Beryl can hop all over Teruvia right now, you know?
Yeah, so I have that campaign. I mean, it's a good amount of content for it. You guys have played bits and pieces back when I was doing the, what's it called?
The West Marches stuff.
Yeah, the West March stuff. Now I was working on the Nightspire campaign, which is that huge underground area that was discovered, which we talked a little bit about.
I don't think I know about that one. It was discovered on this continent or on the new continent?
On this continent. It was
Yeah,
discovered
that was
up by
the-
Ferox.
Right, that was the one that was
Oh.
kind of like the dungeon crawl,
Yeah, it's like Mad Mage a
kind of
little
like Mad
bit.
Mage. Yeah, yeah. Which
I
I would
wasn't
love to do. So if we want to have that be the one where we have low-level characters, like we send members of our guild to go look into it.
Yeah.
Say, hey, are there opportunities for us there?
Yeah, you mentioned you
be-
wanted to be a druid who possibly joins the guild later but doesn't start as part of it.
Like when the guild members show up, I'm there in that area, and hey, I'll hang out for a while. Sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I ever got to play the Last Continent campaign, my plan was to start out with, level 1 character that goes over there from Teruvia or whatever. But when we got to the point where we encounter the lizard folks, I actually wanted to play Thrina again. I wanted to bring her.
Yeah, I thought you wanted to go back to Tharina.
You did seem to like Thrina a lot.
Yeah,
I
she was
liked
fun.
I liked my dwarven siblings too.
Yeah.
Mary
were fun.
likes she likes playing old ladies and lizard folk. I don't understand it, but that's fine.
I like playing
Everyone has their
quirky and
thing.
weird.
Yeah.
I like playing quirky and weird. And I don't like playing like goddesses and Adonises and like beautiful people. Like I want to play like weird, quirky, like
You want to
sometimes even
be
ugly.
old ladies and lizard folk. It's fine.
I just
Nothing
hate
wrong
it.
with
Like
that.
I don't know. It feels cliche to me because so many like characters in fantasy are just beautiful, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna be weird and ugly and small and scaled, wrinkled, whatever, grouchy, whatever.
Grouchy old lady and lizard folk.
Although you got to admit, Estrella is far less grouchy than Betha.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would be hard to be as grouchy as Betha was.
True. But I had a lot of fun with Betha, and I did not want to stop playing with her. I still kind of regret that, but okay, back to the thing. How are we, like, what do we think, like, right now, while we have fewer players, would it be fun to keep doing random silly side quests, or go back to the main storyline? Even if we decide that we want to create some newer lower level characters and advertise for a lower level campaign to get more people. Thoughts?
I mean, would you guys want to do the Lost Continent or Nightspire? Which one of those sounds more appealing?
Nightspire, I think.
Okay.
Big dungeon crawl. Big dungeon
crawl.
crawl.
All right.
Like a combat heavy kind of. No, I guess there's a lot of exploration. If it's going to be more like a lot of exploration and puzzles and
Yeah,
stuff,
it would be a lot of exploration. It would probably be combat heavy, depending on some of the choices you make and who you are. Because there will, as in most of my games, there will be different factions that you might want to ally with or make enemies of, depending on, how you do things or what you want to accomplish. But either, like, no matter which way you go, there probably will be a good amount of combat and definitely a lot of exploration.
Yeah.
I do want to have still do the camp thing, so you do have your kind of camp moving around with you, trying to make places a little bit more safe to camp in the dungeons.
I think I'm down with that. I have to think about what character I want to play in that kind of situation and that would have a good motivation for being there and being with the group. Obviously, I'll probably play someone that's joined the guild, but I don't know. I have to think about, like, who that would be, but I'm down for that if that's what sounds good to you guys.
Yeah,
And
I
if
mean,
that
the Lost Continent would be probably more city building as well as some exploration, and yeah, combat would kind of depend on like the choices again that you make. But you know me,
And
there's
so
always combat options.
And in response, Trey, to your comment about playing 2 characters, like, I'm not against playing 2, and I would want to pay Lou for his time if we did that for a long term anyway. But I am in 4 games already, so I'm not sure that I really want to invest that much more, because I already sometimes tell myself I need to, like, scale back, not just for money, but for time, so. But,
Yeah,
so yeah.
from a business person's perspective, how sustainable is this for Lou to keep a game running
Totally
with only
understand that.
three customers?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I would want to finish this game, but probably finish it as quickly as possible,
Mhm.
so that Lou can open up and get.
Well, there's
people
more
in here.
chapters after this one, though, technically. Like, if we didn't want it to end, I think that there's choices we could
Well, yeah, I mean there is an
I-
endpoint to this campaign that you
Mhm.
can reach, which has to do with the Rune Master Tower. But
That's why I was thinking that we were at the end of this particular tier, and then there was another campaign that was the highest tier, like level 16 and up, and finish this tier, and then before we do the next one, we step back.
so I
try
will
to get
say
people in.
there is a bit of a caveat to the high-level game, which I'm almost afraid to tell you about because it might spoil something. But
yeah, honestly, please don't spoil anything for me, because I do think Thursday Group is on the cusp of possibly any decisions or whatever that might entail as well.
I mean, the only thing I would say, trying to think if this would spoil anything.
I mean, I'll step out if Trey wants to hear this.
Well, I don't think it would spoil.
That's
It might. It might make you ask some questions. I don't think.
I don't want me to. I don't
anything.
want it to make me accidentally metagame. You know.
It's just. Yeah. All right. Well, I won't say anything for now, but
Yeah, you can chat with Trey later or something, or Dorothy.
yeah.
All right.
But it would change something in the world that would affect like your other games. I'll just say that.
Here's
Really?
this. I think that we all seem pretty open to creating some new characters and choosing a new campaign, which it sounds like we like the underground dungeon crawl, and advertising for new players with that. Now, in the meanwhile, we have the rest of today. May have 1 or 2 more sessions before we get a full team that maybe we could either go back to the Rune Master Tower, see what we find, or do some more side quests and putz around and have fun, whatever we feel like seems fun, you know?
Yeah, and I'm fine with whatever you guys want to do. This kind of stuff, because it's less planned, is a little bit more nerve-wracking for me, because sometimes I just feel like I'm dragging my feet if I'm not giving you guys things to do.
Yeah,
Which maybe you're having fun anyway, I don't know, but...
That's the other side of it. Like, if you're having to do stuff, or original stuff, specifically for us, when there are only 3 of us, that can't be, like,
Understood.
a productive use of your time.
I mean,
so I feel like
a lot of it is just kind of like based off the decisions you make. So it's, it's not too difficult to do. Like right now, it was just kind of you guys making rolls to see what other resources you can gather with your downtime.
Yeah. And I definitely never felt like you were
I'm
dragging your feet.
I'm just
Like,
more
we were the
concerned
ones
whether.
falling.
Yeah, I'm more concerned whether you guys are all having fun with it, because it's hard for me to tell when when I'm kind of going off the cuff off of what you're doing versus like when I have more planned material. Because it's almost impossible to plan for this kind of game, at least for like when you do stuff like this. It almost I kind of can, but it more has to just be like based off of what you're doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, so a lot of the material is just kind of spontaneous.
Sure.
So, anyway.
All right.
That's my my spiel on that. So yeah, I mean, I guess what do you guys want to do? I mean, I'm fine doing more side quest stuff, but I'm also fine if you want to push ahead into the unknown and try to get through to where the tower is.
And we would begin in that cavern that we discovered underneath the chapel, right?
Yeah, I think you guys. I can't remember if
We went
you
forward
were.
into like a cavern that had statues, right?
I think you fought some beholders, didn't you?
We
Yeah.
glimpsed them. Did we fight them? Okay. Yeah,
I can't remember
Oh,
if you
wait.
fought them or you retreated.
Oh, good question.
I think you retreated. Like you found those
kind of feel like we
statues and
might
then
have,
you
yeah.
left. And that's kind of as far as we had gotten.
I
Because you
think
were.
like we had several like things to like go wrap up, or like items that we thought could help us become more powerful that we wanted to go get or whatever. We went back to the capital, and then Titus was gone, and we thought it was going to be temporary, and yeah, it just kept. Yeah.
And Titus has expressed interest in playing again. He just doesn't know when. Because he said when his Mondays calm down again, he would love to rejoin. But
Okay,
he doesn't
good.
know when that's going to
We'd
be.
love to have him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to too, because he does have a lot of investment. It's always sad when people are like really invested in the story and they have to step out because of real life stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he, like I said, he might come back at some point, but right now I don't know for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess that is an option if you want to try to go push to get through that area and find the tower.
So
Or you
part of
can
me
keep
feels
doing
like-
this.
Part of me feels like I don't know. Part of me is like, if we are possibly going to leave this campaign, sit on the burner for a little while and come back to it later, that it might be nice to tie up any loose ends that we do have in this campaign so that the main story is the only thing to come back and get immediately to. I don't know. But then on the other hand, I understand what you're saying, Trey, about like maybe we can try and like kind of rush through it. But I honestly have my doubts about, like
Well,
how that, how fast that could
that's
really
fair.
be.
That's definitely fair. If it's something where it's going to be more than a few sessions to wrap it up, then that's worse than what we're doing now. So I would say I would agree. Let's do a side quest and go ahead and get started making our characters for the Nightspire game.
Like if we're both starting to think about all three of us starting to think about our characters like after this session and during the next week and stuff, then we can, Lou can start advertising and we can be ready and have lots of time to make fun builds and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can start messaging, putting that out there. That's a new campaign.
And I'm going to be real bored until at least level 4.
Yeah,
I
well.
hate those lowest levels so much.
I mean, they're a little bit better with the new material.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's true. We will get to kind of try out some of the new stuff, huh?
I definitely think converting to a monk for you, Trey, would be interesting. Converting to the new monk.
I've been looking at it, and one of my players in my Sunday night game has played a little bit. I think he might have been in a game with you.
Oh, who is it?
Jonathan. He was his last name's Swander, but I don't know if you know his last name. But anyway, I'm pretty sure he's in it. I'm pretty sure he just started playing a monk in a game with you, and he's using the new rules, or trying to at least, because he was talking about how Roll20, the character sheet isn't working correctly yet.
Yeah, actually, I think I know Jonathan. He's in my Monday afternoon game. In the game.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Is he like just a player randomly from one of your games?
He lives near here and is kind of a friend of a friend.
Oh, that's
so
interesting.
I've never met him in person, but he is in my Sunday night game, and I know he was in this game briefly.
In the Monday game? Was he?
I think he was, or maybe it was when I was in the Wednesday game. Maybe he was in that game.
He's been in my afternoon games. Oh, maybe. I wonder if... Yeah, because the Wednesday game was... Yeah, I think that was... Well, anyway, that's interesting that you know him, because I've been playing with him for a little while now.
Oh,
He's
okay.
a pretty cool player.
Yeah, he is right. He is an ideal player, as far as that what I've seen so far. Although he gets excited about everything. He already wants to do the new rules in the Sunday night game, and I've told him we're not switching over until everyone's ready to switch over, and until I've read the DMG. So
Yeah, I've let him switch over already, so he's been having fun with it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm letting people switch over. Like now, if they're willing to copy paste, or they have to wait for the sheet to be working, so it can work normally.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of work to switch over now, just because you can't actually use Charactermancer to do it.
Right.
Does your character use Sharpshooter?
Yes.
Oh man,
Which is gone.
You got hit by a big nerf. Although
yeah, it got nerfed.
I will say I don't think it's bad. It's definitely not as powerful as it used to be.
That and Great Weapon Master, they got rid of the.
I think they both needed it though. I'm sorry, but I think those were both a little bit ridiculous.
They were. I mean, the book on those was that you always do it. Although I didn't always do it, but that was what everyone was saying. You should always do it because statistically
it just hits so hard. Yeah. Like, if you lucked out, like, especially at higher level, you're hitting for, like, 40 damage a round plus.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. So I'm kind of glad they nerfed them, and I do intend to actually nerf those feats and let people either respec or use the feat as it is now. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
So, anyway. All this talking. Have we decided what we want to do?
I mean, I think we're all kind of on board with any of these options, even though, like, obviously, ideally we'd love to continue exactly how we were going, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's in charge here? Who makes the decisions? Who's our group leader?
None of you guys are really, like, pushy leadership types. You're all just kind of go with the flow. I feel like
This group has been the most socialistic of any D&D group I've ever played in.
Since what's his name left.
Well, even before that, that's why we're so fucking rich, is because we never divvy up the gold.
Thorothy is the leader.
Thorothy's the leader.
Oh god. Oh good god.
What are we doing, Thorothy?
No,
Tell us what to do.
I don't think Thorothy wants to be leader. Who was the
one? Be leader. I have. Do you know the funniest thing is I should be the one that talks our way out of things, because I was just looking the other day, and I have what do I have? It is a plus 11 charisma saving throws, and a plus 10 intimidation.
Yeah, it would be your intimidation, persuasion, or deception. So apparently you're very intimidating. I never see you intimidate anyone.
I'm going to have to... Do you know that will have to be my stealth tactic? I'm not going to rely on stealth. I'm just going to rely on you don't see me.
Yeah. Who was the one that was the leader of this group that left?
The thing is I don't know if we ever really had a leader. Sim, when he joined us, was really good about stepping in and talking to the NPCs and kind of making a decision. Not so much he didn't overrule us or anything. It was just all of us were kind of
no, it's not doing right now. It's more like wrangling cats. It's like, all right, we're doing this. Enough talking. And everyone just kind of went along, because you kind of need that guy to do that sometimes.
We never asked him to. We never, voted him leader. He never said, I'm leader. But yeah, he was really good about moving us along.
Exactly. Just someone to kind of, not take charge, but kind of nudge. All right, here we go.
let's keep going with this main quest. Let's just keep going. Let's push on.
Do you think we should go back to searching for the Ringmaster Tower? Just hop right back in?
I think it would be a good start to get it kind of started and have a place to go. If we're meeting people, we've got we are doing this.
Okay. Do we want...
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead. Do we want to grab either of the items that we kind of left people making for us. Or like the thing is I'm not sure that they're going to matter that much if we're not going to be playing that much longer, you know. But we had the Chiron and Gregaro making stuff, and we don't know. We haven't been back to see them for a while, so they may or may not have the items as we expect, you know.
Be useful. Let's stick around for a little bit, get those items, and then we can bugger off.
Okay.
So the other little meta thing, I would say, I'm assuming you guys want to play Titus, to have someone keep playing him, right?
That would be nice. But I don't know.
If you, I don't know, if you want Boulder Bottom, he's not as combat ready. But if you want to hire some hirelings, it might make things a little easier. Which is basically you can pay to create a sidekick character.
Well, and you know, that actually, that might be another kind of portion of the reason why we kind of have been doing this dilly-dallying and side questing and delaying is because we were kind of hoping to find a way back to the Twilight Sanctuary, because we actually stashed a whole bunch of our gold there, and we've spent most of the gold that we have here.
Well, so that brings me to I wanted to bring Val back in.
All right, Val.
And Val can. Oh, does Val? I think Val has plane shift. Let me.
And Val was there with us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I love it.
Val got the teleport coordinates for it, but at the time he could not cast plane shift, which was why he was stuck on the Shadowfell.
So Beryl's been there several times, watched Sim do it several times, but she couldn't cast plane shift then either, and Lou informed me that she would not remember that stuff.
All right, so I don't have it on his character sheet, but since he got stranded because he didn't have it, and since he's been back at the academy for a while now, I would have to think he would copy that into his spellbook.
And we left him behind at Aldrin's Watch for a bit, didn't we? After Anna Kate rejoined us, or am I forgetting? I might be mixing up some characters.
No, he is in Gaian. He's
Okay.
Yeah, he's north
they're
with
at
the elves right now.
They're back at whatever that academy. What I can't remember what the name of it was now, but I think you told me that there was a
guild, right? Something up in the Elven Kingdom, right?
Do you have a way of getting in contact with him?
Yeah, they
I know we messaged him before, right?
They can.
Does anyone have sending? I think
I don't know if our current people can message him, but I know
That's the thing.
Messaged them. But I think we contacted them in the past.
I think it was Vlad who had sending, right?
Was it?
Possibly.
Vlad is technically still with us.
Is he?
So, yeah.
He was, when the player started playing Hope Caller, like, Vlad was...
Oh, did you, yeah, I think you left him in Tyvanis, actually, right?
We left Val. No, did Val go back to the Elven Kingdom, or is Val here in Tyvanis?
Val went back to the Elven Kingdom.
Okay.
Because they were... they had been on the Shadowfell doing research and got stranded there. So they would have gone back to report on their research to their higher-ups.
Gotcha.
Maybe it was your other character, the one whose character sheet disappeared, who had it.
Hope Caller?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I thought we were communicating with Val before we even had Hope Caller.
Well, I just looked
I'm sure we were, but we've had some turnover, you know?
Yeah, I just looked at Vlad. He does not have sending, as far as I can tell. Because that's a 3rd level spell.
That I don't have either. I am very much so not utility focused.
Yeah.
Did Vlad visit anyone with us here in Tyvanis, like when we brought them back from the Shadowfell?
He visited the Archmage with you.
Okay,
Does the
let's go
Archmage,
talk to Symphony. Symphony can contact him.
Okay, let's go talk to Symphony. We need to do that anyway.
Okay,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lou.
no, that's fine.
Thank you. Let's do that.
We're problem solving here, looking at resources and working
Slowly
things out.
but surely.
You know, I'm not one of
Alright,
those DMs that just waves his hand and say whatever, it all works. I make you work for this.
Well, we did stop and figure it all out. We're like,
Exactly.
who do we know that's met him and, you know.
You're
that can
sitting in your
catch-
tribe hall talking this over, and someone's like, "Wait, the Archmage." Everyone's like,
There you
"Yes."
go.
All right.
And
course.
luckily enough, Beryl already sent him a note and has been waiting this downtime week to see when he's available.
So as it turns out, he would be able to meet with you today.
Let's
I
go.
passed the time, yeah. So it is the 86th of summer currently.
Alright.
Wait,
So
did I
we
pass
had
time? Maybe I didn't.
four.
No, I don't think I did. Hang on, I gotta pass some time. So those 5 days, so you're at the 91st of summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, last day of summer, isn't it?
Almost. There's the 92nd is the last day.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll say it's about 12 when you go to see him. So the group travels to the guild. As per usual, you're led kind of into a side area where a portal is activated, which teleports you to the top of the high tower into the Archmage's place of residence. Let's see. We are in Tyvonis. So, as you appear, the Archmage is already standing there. He gives you a polite bow. He says, "It's good to see you again, tribe. I heard you wish to speak to me. I assume this has to do with the journey you went on to see the Archdruid."
Yes. Sort of. Tribe has other info too, but yes, we'll start with that.
Oh, all right. Well, tell me of what happened.
Well, Ekris has gone home.
It's excellent.
Yay!
I'm glad she was
Mission
able to help you.
Beryl makes like little clapping like with her little 3-fingered hands and claws. Because she's kind of worried that Symphony's not going to be super happy with the rest of it.
I says, "Well, I'm glad to hear your friend was able to return to the Feywild."
So, tribe met Swamp Archdruid. They actually really cool, very powerful, very reasonable, very, very protective of Gaia.
He says, "Yes, she certainly is. Before we kind of had a falling out, I had spoken to her on several occasions."
Beryl is very sorry that Phoenix
Uthé,
Guild
yes.
and Swamp Druids not friends anymore.
He says, "Well, I mean, maybe at some point that is something we can revisit and become friends again." Were you able to speak with her and find out more about why they took the tuning fork?
Yes.
So, and when he says that he's like might actually be open to being friends again or being you know allies again, then her wings kind of lift up, perk up, like she looks excited about that. She's like, because she kind of was hopeful for that, but everyone kind of seemed like they weren't into it like when she's brought it up before. So but yeah, so she would she would relay in her way that we have confirmed that the tuning fork is in use by the druids. The swamp druids no longer have actual possession of it. There is some sort of darkness happening in the Shadowfell, and the druids are helping the Feywild people. I'm sorry, not the Shadowfell, the Feywild, and the druids are helping the Fae try to figure out what's going on and fight it, and that tribe is a little bit suspicious of whether it might be related to the Shadow Lords because of this whole troll thing. So yeah, she's gonna kind of
All
blow
right.
up.
So you basically kind of tell him what happened.
Yeah, I think we've been pretty forthcoming with the whole Shadow Lord stuff with him in the past, so I don't think there's any reason for us to like be yeah.
She says, and you include the part where they say that the Phoenix Guild stole it from them first.
Probably not.
Okay, so you don't mention that.
No, just that
So-
like I will say something along the lines of like once we had basically confirmed that the tuning fork wasn't even there in that circle, that Druid Grove anymore, and that it might be getting used for purposes that we kind of might want to know more about. And that we probably couldn't get it back without violence and possibly losing allies that could be more beneficial to us in other ways. Like that's kind of like, yeah, where we were at, you know?
So he says, well, if there is some corruption they're dealing with, I'm glad she was able to get it. I still don't see why she didn't just speak with me about all this. The Phoenix Guild could have worked with her people to do what was needed.
Well, just like our Master Symphony say to Tribe that Druid's not reasonable when Symphony first sent Tribe on quest, in same way, Uthe, Archdruid Uthe, kind of tell Tribe that Phoenix Guild not reasonable. So is big misunderstanding and room for groups to be friends again, Beryl thinks.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh no, what? Dorothy, where are you? Get up here.
Dorothy,
No, I'm just kidding. I know. I guess if I fail miserably, you can jump in and you can retell the story from what you actually observed while you were there.
Well-
like, well, she kind of missed this and this, and
This is the, I don't know. The fact remains they did steal from us, which hurts me and makes it hard to trust them. But at least there was somewhat of a good reason for them to do so. Were
Yes,
you
and
able to
maybe-
get the... So you weren't able to get the tuning fork back.
no.
So that is unfortunate, but I understand if you felt it best to leave it there for the time being with the important work they were doing. Maybe I'll
There's
send
definitely-
some people to try to get in touch with her and her groves.
There's definitely some darker, bigger things that even if cannot be 100% trusting friends again in all ways, can work together to
He
fight or
says,
Pose, yeah, big things, big dangerous things.
I'm curious about these giants that seemingly wielded shadow and void energy. In your story, you mentioned that you'd seen them before. What do you know about them?
I think that Beryl did spill all the beans about our experiences in the mountains when we were in the capital last, before we went to the swamps. But if she didn't, she would retell the first time we encountered the Void Mistress in the Troll Cavern, and then the time we encountered the other giant in the area where they had all the giants frozen.
Says it seems like the shadow giant was somewhat reasonable and wishing to avoid violence when you first met him. Says, do you know who, or do you have any guess of who he serves?
I don't know, but he's a good-looking gentleman and had some interesting magic.
He says, I don't know too much about shadow giants, but I know they are a cursed kin. Some sort of taint is upon them from the Shadowfell, which makes them more powerful, but also kind of shunned by the other giant kin.
Well, Vutakora, the Void Mistress, told Tribe that she serves. Wait a second, I apologize. Out of character. She said she served the Shadowlord, but I don't remember if she told us which one.
You don't think so?
Okay, never mind. So I would just say Vutakora like straight up admitted that she serves Shadowlord.
Wonder. Possibly all this troll research maybe has something to do with their plans to create shadow crystals.
Yes,
Sounds
Beryl
like
thought this was suspiciously similar too.
says it does sound like they are once again harnessing large amounts of life energy. This makes me uneasy. As well, thank you for bringing all this to my attention. Even though you didn't get the tuning fork, I think you've learned some valuable information.
Yes. So Tribe wishes to return to quest for Runemaster Tower in case great knowledge is there for Tribe to help combat Shadow Lords. Tribe will be wrapping up some errands and heading that way and may not be back for some time. Tribe does not know what they will encounter. But
Well, I think that is an excellent idea. If you are able to discover more about how the Shadow Lords were first captured, it could be invaluable to our fight against them going forward.
okay. And Tribe still seeks way to reach Shadowfell. If Master Symphony finds more tuning forks or more teleportation circle information, please save this knowledge for when Tribe contacts Master Symphony again.
As well, as I said, unfortunately, the tuning forks we had for the well, was it the Feywild and the Shadowfell?
Well, we were looking for the Shadowfell, but then when I met Ekris, I started looking for the Feywild.
Yeah. So he says, unfortunately, the Shadowfell tuning fork is not in our possession. That said, there are other factions and peoples, planeswalkers, who might have access to it. But I don't know any offhand.
Oh, that reminds Beryl. Master Symphony met short-time Tribe member, Pale Elf, very hottie, Val.
Yes, I remember. He seemed very polite last time we spoke.
Oh, very good. Beryl and Tribe Hole kind of need to contact Val, but we were hoping that Master Symphony maybe since met him and maybe since you are magical person, maybe know how to contact him magically.
Says, indeed I can. What do you want me to tell him?
Excellent. I'm going to step back and let Anna, Kate, and Thoreau answer that question.
That we cannot get back to. Sorry, I'm blanking on what the name of the fortress is. Our Twilight Sanctuary. Or Aldrin's Watch. Which one is it we're trying to get to?
The Twilight Sanctuary is your fortress. Aldrin's Watch is the one that you gave to the Midnight Pyre.
So which one is it we're trying to get to?
The Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay. So, yes.
Technically, we're trying to get to either because there is a teleportation circle between the two.
Yeah.
Right. And I have in the notes for Val that they know both of those, as well as the Isaac Fountain.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, yes. So we would like to ask them if they can come and help get us there, since we know that they have high-level magic.
Well, I know I've spoken with Val a few times, and they have been a bit busy within the Elven lands on several research projects, but I can give them a message, and hopefully they will get in touch with you.
Oh, this is good. Val and Phoenix Guild are speaking and helping one another. It is very good to know.
As well, I've worked with their organization a few times, so but it is good to know someone more personally within that magic structure. He says, "One moment," and he begins to chant, casting a spell.
Nice.
His hands glow as symbols appear around his forehead. And he would, a moment later, say, "It is done. Your message has been sent."
Ah, very good. No, there was no response. Val was very busy, maybe.
He says,
That was like, who is this? What? How did you get this number?
they have responded that they will meet you within your headquarters later on today.
Excellent. Very good.
So, Lou, would you be okay, since we leveled up to 15, I have not used the new spells that I got for Val, would you be okay if I swapped in plane shift for one of the ones that I picked? Because
yes.
he should have done that anyway, because that was the whole like
So that he
he
didn't
was
get
stranded
trapped
because he
again.
didn't know it. So clearly he would be interested in knowing it. I don't know why I didn't pick it.
Mhm.
Sure, that's fine. I'll say
All right,
for 2 story points.
All right, can I pay one
Do
of
they
those?
have to be? Do they have to be from Val, or can Anna Kate spend story points for this?
No, story points are player
They're
bound.
they're for you. You
Inspiration
can
are
spend them
All
on
right,
any
so I will
character.
spend them. I will spend them and drop reverse gravity.
If Lou lets me, I will pay half of that, but I don't know if I can.
It's highly
Unorthodox.
unorthodox. But
Okay.
sure, you can pay
I
one.
just didn't think it was very fair for Trey to spend some of his story points on something the whole group is wanting.
Sure,
But,
you can spend one, and he can spend one. That's fine.
Thank you. All right, I'm subtracting
Thank
one.
All right, so that leaves me with 2.
Oh my gosh, Lou, can I spend both of them?
No.
No.
Okay, all right. I didn't know
No.
you were so low.
Well, it's entirely possible I should have more than that, and I haven't been adding them. So, because
All
I
right.
say that I have 3 inspiration, and I'm wondering if I accidentally put 1 in inspiration when I should have put it in a story
Well, the
point.
story points are only journal nowadays.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm wondering if I put, because I know I've done the journal more than 3 times since.
But you
last time
might
I
have
spent
spent
all my.
inspiration in those battles. I can't remember.
Yeah, you
Those
may have
troll
done a
battles, maybe?
reroll.
I don't know.
I did at least 1 reroll. Anyway, so it's a moot point.
So he says, "Well, he has the message, or they have the message. So I assume they will meet you within your headquarters later."
Tribe is very grateful. Tribe will try to find ways to keep Master Symphony informed, but Tribe does not know when we will contact again.
He nods and says, "Well, I just wish you luck in your endeavors, and hopefully we do speak again soon."
Okay. So I guess we're gonna hang out at the headquarters until Val shows up.
All right.
Anyone want to gamble with the guild members? Or?
Does Val have enough money to afford the tuning fork?
How much does it cost?
It would be 250 gold pieces.
No. The tuning fork I don't need that though until I have arrived here, right?
Yes, but I assumed you, since it would be really hard to get here, I assumed he would have bought it from his, someone within his organization. Because that's kind of the problem, is no one here seems to have it.
If they have ready access to it, then...
I wouldn't say it's common.
Wait.
But...
Oh, wait, for the Twilight Sanctuary?
No, it would be a plane.
For the plane shift spell, it requires a tuning fork attuned to the Shadowfell.
Oh, I thought the Twilight Sanctuary was like its own demi-plane.
It's in the void. So he either needs a tuning fork to the void or a tuning fork to the
it's sort of on the border of the void and the Shadowfell, so either tuning fork would work. Though it's like almost unheard of to have a tuning fork to go to the void, because going to the void is death. Like no one goes to the void.
Except us, who
Okay.
hangs out there and like has a fort and leaves our
Well,
gold
you have
there.
a fort on the edge of the void, and no
Gotcha,
part of it
gotcha.
is actually in the void.
Gotcha.
Because yeah, that would be unlivable.
Okay, I guess I had understood that we were
It's like,
not on
I'm
the
gonna
shadow
go live in a
anymore when
black
we were
hole.
there, so I was confused. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking to see what magic items Val has.
Val's gonna like get that tuning
This
fork,
is
and then
why
he's
you
gonna
should
come here
take
and
a
he's gonna be
share
like,
of the
"You owe me
gold.
1,000."
Yeah, no kidding. Why didn't I get a share of the gold?
That's why you should get money. But all
That's
right, well,
actually
if you don't have it,
really
maybe
fun.
Val can do some traveling and go buy it using the
Or
party's
like,
money.
maybe, if he's got colleagues and he's been researching for that group for a while, maybe they give him some credit and then we can pay him.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he would have gotten paid for the research trip he just did.
Yeah, that's fair. How much gold does he have?
60.
Jesus, you guys gotta pay
I
your
love how
people.
Lou's like, how much does he have? That's gonna affect how much I pay him for his
And
trip.
Anna Kate has 500 gold pieces and 100 platinum pieces. Val has 60 gold pieces.
Yeah, this is why you shouldn't be too socialist. It's 60. I mean,
He does have some things that he could sell or trade if he needed to.
what does he have?
Well, the inventory says he has Shadow Strider, but I know that's not right.
That would be awkward.
Well, he has the tome. He has the tome of Clear Thought that he stole from.
That was used, wasn't it?
Yes, it can't be used
Which
again.
I know he could still use it in a generation or so, but
Like he'll survive long enough to use it, but he could also.
he doesn't have anything else of value. Oh my gosh!
I'm sure that
Guys.
his collective would be thrilled to have that. He's got a
Sure.
dagger of warning.
If you want to say you dropped the book, I'll say you got the.
Wait! Dagger of Warning. He can get 150 gold for that, right? That's worth more than that. If weapons of warning are worth less than 150 gold, then we all should
I have a scroll of absorb elements.
Ooh.
Alright, how about if he traded away the book, he would have several of the rods. Maybe one for the Feywild, the Shadowfell, and Gaian.
Alright.
Wow.
The tuning forks. But
So
we'll say you
for
traded the book to the collective to kind of get credit to get this stuff.
Yeah, for the
tuning forks, amazing.
I mean, it's my own collective.
Yeah, they are not tribe tuning forks. They are Val's tuning forks.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, chances are I'll be the one in charge when that tome is usable again, and I'll be the one that reads it. So.
Oh, that's the plan. I see.
That's my plan. Gaian, Shadowfell, and what was the other tuning fork?
Feywild.
Oh, nice. All right, got it.
All right.
So, Val will show up. Now, is there a teleportation circle in the Tribes Guild?
No, the only one in the city currently is within the Phoenix Guild, which you have used before.
Right.
It sounds
They
like you're on
do
good
often
terms
collect a
with me.
toll for using it,
Oh
unfortunately.
my gosh.
Is it more than 60 gold pieces?
No, it's
Can
like
he
it's
show up
20.
and tell them to bill it to the tribe?
Give your tribe platinum card. Let's put it on my card. But no, it's like 20 gold pieces, basically just to
All right.
help
Well, then
fund the guild.
I will cast teleport, and that's a lengthy
Ooh,
description.
that's not even the same. Yeah, that's a different spell than I was even thinking about. Yeah.
No,
Right.
I actually don't have teleportation circle prepared.
Well,
I have
Beryl
teleport.
has plane shift,
But if you're
and
going,
I forgot about teleport. Yeah.
But if you're going to a circle, then you don't. There's no chance of failure. It's
Gotcha.
a permanent circle that you know about.
All right, so we'll say later on in the day, while you are all hanging out at your headquarters, we'll say around 4, Val would show up, meeting you within
Hey.
your guild hall.
So they are, as usual, very calm and serene. So good to see everyone again. So good for you to see me as well.
Greetings, pleasant, calm elf.
Ah, Beryl, I've missed you.
Beryl is very glad to see Val. The Rothy on a cape. Who wants to tell Val of Tribe's recent adventures? Pardon.
Oh, I do not know Thorothy, you say. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, introductions then.
Introductions.
Yeah.
Thorothy, you see in front of you a pale, so platinum blonde that it looks white, haired elf who you cannot determine their gender. They appear to be a Targaryen.
They're all platinum haired and pale.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that
Sorry,
is.
it's a Game of Thrones thing. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. It's probably where this picture came from. And they have like silver eyes.
Actually, violet eyes is the rare eye, but not all Targaryens get it. So,
Well,
go ahead. Sorry.
okay. Val has silver eyes, and very like flawless skin, and is wearing a white robe that is so clean that it seems to shimmer.
Aw.
And they are, like I said, very calm and serene, talking almost like a monotone, with a very soft voice.
Definitely a high elf. You've seen them before, but you haven't seen one in a while. And obviously Thorothy is a shadow elf. Distinction that not everyone can make. A lot of people will confuse shadow elves and deep elves, but they're very different.
Elves, though, right? Like non-elves probably confuse them, right?
Yeah. Mostly non-elves confuse them. Elves usually can tell the difference.
As far as Beryl's concerned, it's just like they have pointy ears, right?
Yes, that we do.
Thorothy would bow and go, "This is great to meet you. I am Thorothy. I am our party's resident mage and sorcerer. It is a pleasure to meet you."
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you too. A sorcerer, huh?
Yes, a
very
sorcerer of the wild magic kind.
Wild magic. That is indeed interesting. I should love to learn more about that.
Yeah, the Rothy can like summon random illusion animals that are super fierce and cool looking, and she'll just babble out some of the stuff the Rothy's done.
Huh. Fascinating.
I also turned the wall of a tower into eyes once by accident. That was rather creepy.
Yeah, Val kind of looks at you with a raised eyebrow, assessing the danger of being in the same room with you.
It's a mixed bag.
Well, no matter. I understand that you need to travel to the Void or the Shadowfell.
Yes, travel home.
Ah, you are from the Shadowfell then. That makes sense.
Yes, I blipped into existence about 2 feet from a giant when I met this party.
But the Rothy has been super helpful ever since. Has really cool magic. The Rothy blink and enemies like trolls burn.
That does sound useful. Well, I cannot cast the spell to get you there today, but perhaps I can spend the evening with you, and then tomorrow we can set off. Will that work?
Yes,
I can
let's
make
get on
sure.
our way.
What did you say?
Yes, let's do that. That'll work for me.
Excellent.
Tribe can make sure Val gets very good room. Clean and white. If there is one. The whitest that there is. Beryl doesn't know, but Beryl will ask.
Titus will look to Anikate and say, "This guy was always a little bit weird, huh?"
Yeah,
Off to the side.
Anikate would kind of nod to Titus, and she's not really sure how to react to Val because Val is like the opposite of her.
He says, I
Kata, at least.
yeah. He says, I know they've been a help to us in the past. Just not always sure how much we can trust them. I just don't know too much about them. Says I never knew much about elves in general. I kind of grew up on a farm and then ended up in the Shadowfell. I know the Shadow Elves were terrible to me.
Ooh.
I guess
I'm guessing
So-
the rest of us. This is a side though, right? So never mind, sorry.
Yeah, this is off to the side. He says, though, I guess Throthi has always been pretty cool, even though we don't talk much.
So, Val will say to Thorothi, I am a divination wizard, and so I also do magic, but unlike you, my magic is studied and acquired over a course of years in my case. And this is my spell book, and I use this to cast spells. And Val will actually, unless someone stops them, go through the process of preparing spells and like fully explaining all of it to Thorothi, thinking that Thorothi will find it as interesting.
He's
as
gonna
Val
see
does.
Thorothi pull out his staff and go, "This is what I use to cast my spells. See that little gem on top? That's all I need." And then I hope, pray, and find some magic within me.
Ah, I see. Well, that it's a very pretty gem. And again, like Val is not really sure what to say at this point, and it's just there's kind of like awkward silence before Val turns to Beryl. It's like, so Beryl, how have you been? Please tell me.
It was great. Beryl learned how to be a T-Rex. She like puts her arms up really high and it's like, ah.
A T-Rex.
And by really high, we all know that that's like 1 foot above her 2 foot head.
So Val would know all about T-Rexes apparently. And would explain to you, Beryl, how T-Rexes are carnivores and would eat smaller dinosaurs. And so this seems to be Val's thing. Like, they will explain like anything and everything that comes up in conversation unless you stop them. So
Beryl is omnivore too, when you explain what that is.
that is very good. I find that most humanoids are omnivores.
Is Val omnivore?
Val, I am I'm trying to decide now if Val would be a vegan. Probably.
Just thinking about how in the Lord of the
Probably
Rings, when they
so.
like pull out all the veggies. Yeah.
I do think Val would probably be vegan.
Okay. So then we get a lecture on veganism.
Right, exactly. Because a lot of people think, you can be vegetarian and still eat fish, and that's actually pescatarian, and it's not the same thing. Do you know what meat? You know how long meat stays in your digestive system? No, I'm sorry.
Eggs.
I'll stop. Anyway, Val is extremely awkward, socially awkward. So just be aware that Val should never be the face of the party.
All right. So I think Tribe is planning on maybe visiting Sanctuary, checking in with tribe members there, maybe visit Aldrin's Watch, collect some things, and Beryl would like to learn circles at Aldrin's Watch and at Twilight Sanctuary, and then Tribe is off to search for Rune Master Tower. Does Val want to come? Find ancient secrets in Rune Master Tower?
That does sound intriguing. I do have some time off saved up thanks to my extended journey in the Shadowfell, so I believe I can join you for that.
Excellent.
I will need to prepare more of my adventuring spells than my
course.
study spells, which I have prepared right now. As I explained earlier, I prepare my spells on a nightly basis.
Okay. So, well, pale, talkative, knowledgeable elf will be most welcome.
Talkative. Interesting. Have
Many
I been
big
talking?
words.
Have I been talking too much?
Just very big words. Beryl
Oh,
learns from
I have been told I can be quite loquacious.
loquacious. Beryl like practices sounding smart by trying to like emulate these words and probably doesn't know how to use them in a sentence.
Well, will we be sleeping here? And Val kind of looks around the
Some point,
guild
Beryl will
halls.
have like flagged down somebody. Like I'm assuming everyone knows us here now, so she flagged down someone and gotten them to like prepare Val a room, and she'd be like off to the side, like needs to be the whitest and cleanest and nicest. Well, it doesn't have to be nicest, just whitest and cleanest.
It's
Yes.
fine. I can take care of cleaning it myself if it is not to my standards, but I'm sure it will be acceptable.
Oh, good ears. I forgot. Beryl forgot. Bunny ears. Very good. No, that's fine. You probably heard her. She wasn't exactly.
My passive perception is 17, so maybe I didn't
Okay,
hear.
yeah, you
So,
probably heard her.
yeah,
All right,
okay.
that's all.
All right.
You probably did. Yeah.
So you are passing the day, and then tomorrow you're heading back to the underground.
I don't know. I do not want to spend a bunch of session time on this, but while we were waiting for Val to come to us, was there time for downtime?
Today? Probably not with the
Okay.
visit to the wizard.
That's fine. All right, continue.
Yeah. Alright, so time passes into evening. Let's see. So you pay your camp for the day.
Oh, I forgot. I rolled 3 portents now, not just 2.
Ooh.
I have to roll another one. 13.
Let's see, there was
Well,
something else I was
it's
going
a
to say. Oh, so the group only has 4. Actually, with Val, that would be 5 right now. Do you guys want to try to get a hireling for your 6th spot?
I would not mind hiring someone to carry my things.
Well, the camp already does that.
Has 18 laborers, yeah.
That is good to hear.
And remember, you can hire more laborers or guards for your camp.
Maybe
if you
Tribe
want to
can
be able to
hire
carry
them
more.
in Aldrin's Watch because right now Tribe is actually very low on coinage.
Okay.
Anna Kate will say, okay, I did actually win some money fighting, so how much would it cost?
To hire laborers?
Yeah.
Well, we already have 18 laborers. What you were talking about, like someone to actually join the party for combat, I think?
Oh, to hire a hireling? That would depend on the level of the person.
Who's available?
So you could go... That's something you could do for a few hours, is go see what type of heroes and mercenaries are available around town. Generally, the bigger the city, the better chance you will find someone who is, higher level.
Let's make sure... Well, no, I don't know how we would know that, so never mind.
Alright, so if you want to spend a few hours asking around, that would be persuasion checks. I'll say up to 2 of them from the group.
Barrel's hanging out at the guild hall.
Might be Therothy.
Yeah, if I went with Therothy to
Alright,
evaluate the hirelings, would I have to make a separate persuasion check, or could I assist him?
Yeah, you would make your own.
Yeah, that's too bad. All right, well, I guess I would.
Can
have
we
to.
hire someone with charisma too? Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Never mind. We got it. We're good.
Alright. So what type of hireling would you be looking for? Like, what basically, like, what class?
So we currently have Titus, Val, the Rothy, Beryl, and a Kate. Is that right?
Yeah, so we got three. We got 3 pure casters. Is that right? No,
Well,
Beryl
Beryl's
can tank.
Beryl's multiclassed, and when she's in wild shape, she's kind of a melee. But yeah, she is a caster.
Yeah, so you have Titus, so you have a fighter, a monk, a sorcerer, a wizard, and a druid.
Now,
now.
the monk can also serve as a rogue.
Right. Yeah, she's
And
also
between-
got the range stuff. Yeah.
Between Anna Kate and Beryl, we make a pretty good rogue. So,
We make a
So-
fucking good rogue.
yeah. So, I don't know. Do we need another tank, or are we actually good right now? We don't have a healer. That's what we don't have.
Yeah, Beryl
Yeah,
kind of fills in
Beryl-
when she's not wild shaped, but yeah, a healer would be great.
You don't have a
Well, okay,
support
how about a priest or
bard,
cleric
healer,
that's got some
artificer.
versatility? Yeah, someone that can heal well, but also has some versatility.
Yeah.
that?
I mean,
Cleric,
yeah.
artificer, I don't know.
Bard, cleric, and artificer are the obvious support classes.
Bards are really loud. I don't know. They might be fun though.
Well, if you're looking for a PR person, a bard is probably the best out of those.
That's a good
The
point.
Rothy, would you like a new partner to go and talk to everybody for tribe so that the Rothy is not on the spot?
yes, that sounds like a very good idea.
Okay, so let's find a bard so that the Rothian bard can do all the talking.
All right.
But also, the bard needs to be good at healing.
So, let's see. So I need a persuasion check if you're going out looking for a bard to join the group. It's obvious where you might find one of those. Oh wait, no, Therothy already rolled it. He rolled a 24. Okay.
Nice.
So there are a couple of bards in the city, obviously. Let's see. Just roll something. So if you did a second persuasion, that would be 16. Okay. So I assume the most important factor to you is their kind of like notoriety, fame, and like skill level. There's not like a specific person you're looking for.
So we maybe Beryl would whisper to Anna Kate and Therothy at some point, while we're during this process, maybe make sure is not bard with history associated with blood hands. Tribe wants loyal, and I don't know. Beryl doesn't know if this is important, but Beryl wonders.
All right, so
Beryl did not say that to anyone outside of the group, so I don't know if Anna Kate or Therothy would actually be considering that as criteria. I don't know.
give me a moment to look through something. So you ask around, talk to a bunch of different people. There is a very famous bard in the city, known as Karchek. Karchek Vishka. To his fans, he's just known as Vishka, and he has actually written several songs about your group, the tribe.
Ooh.
You've
Big
never
fans
met
of
him, but he's very well known here within the city, and it just happens he is traveling through right now, though he's only expected to be here for another day.
Exactly, because tribe will take him away.
Well, he
Let's
was
go
actually going
talk
to
to him.
get on the caravan.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Gonna hit the
So
caravan circuit.
what?
What about
Going
an
on
entirely
tour.
new plane with an entirely new audience? Sorry, go ahead. Daryl's not saying any of this. Sorry.
Well, let's go talk to him. It sounds like we have an easy in. Hey, we're the people you've been singing songs about.
Either you really like us or you owe us.
That's right. You've been using our intellectual property without our consent.
Uh-oh.
That's such a vowel statement.
Mm,
Okay, so you go to the tavern where he was last seen. As you enter, several people are talking, and you would definitely hear his name being muttered by some of the patrons. It seems like a bunch of people are here to see him. So you, well, what are you going to do? So you arrive at this tavern, and there seems like there's some excitement in the air as there are villagers and just various people around talking about maybe meeting him.
Anna Kate will take a seat in the back to have a couple of drinks and watch the show.
Oh, I was about to say that Beryl kind of observes Anna Kate for a bit to try and figure out which sister we have today, but then she sees you drinking and she assumes you're Kata.
And this is
Yeah, it's still the same day, right?
This was originally, it's like later in the evening.
morning.
This was originally Thorothi and Anna Kate doing this. Would you guys bring Beryl as well after finding him?
No, if I'm not there, then yeah, no, that's fine. I'm at the guild hall. That's fine.
Well, we could say they brought you if they wanted to.
I'll let them do it.
I mean, you would be the most recognizable member of.
Oh, okay. If I'm going as your mascot, then I'll go.
Yeah, once we learn about this guy and learn that he's written songs about us, then I think we would bring Beryl with us.
Then yeah, I'm there as a mascot.
So yeah, you don't see him anywhere, but there's definitely excitement in the air, and people are talking about the fact that he's going to play tonight. One of them would, if you, well, do you want to talk to any of these people? Or are you just going to kind of wait around and see if he shows up? What are you going to do?
Maybe just get like a feel for what people know about him. I would ask, I'd ask around.
Oh man, his songs are amazing. You listen to it, man, it's another worldly experience. If you haven't heard him play, you gotta stay. He is just a surgeon with that lute.
Oh, I see.
Another person says, yeah, you should take a seat. Just enjoy the show if you've never heard him play before. It's going to be great. Well, assuming he even shows up, and they both seem a little bit worried.
Why wouldn't he show up? Isn't he scheduled to perform here?
He sometimes gets drunk and, just kind of disappears.
Rock star. Got it.
So what star? Maybe. Just he's unreliable as much as I love him. I will have to say that. But he's an artist. He has a lot on his mind. So whatever his process is, I don't care as long as he keeps bringing those great songs.
Reminds me of a story from when I worked at the record label, but save it for later. Val
worked at the record label, or Anna Kate worked at the record label. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Yes, I'll like I said, I'll sit down maybe not very close to the stage, but or the area, I guess, where he'll be performing. But somewhere where I can have a drink and wait and watch, see what happens.
All right, so everyone seems to be kind of keeping an eye on one specific door. You're wondering if, he, like your group, kind of has a private room he rents down in the bar, kind of like he used to do in Char, because they all seem to be kind of waiting with anticipation. Some time passes, and the bartender seems like he's getting annoyed, kind of looking at the door. He sends one of his people to knock at it, but there's no response. God damn it. Do you want to do anything, or just keep waiting?
We wanted a reliable party member, and we're like chasing a drunk.
Yeah, there's already one of me in the party. I don't know.
We don't get drunk that often.
Not for lack of trying. I will. I'll go to the barkeep or someone who seems to be in charge or know what's going on, and just say, "Is the performer showing up this evening?" Or
he says he's supposed to, although he hasn't come out of his room yet. Hopefully he's not in there drunk again.
Is he staying here?
He says he's in the private back area right there, and he points to the kind of the locked door that everyone's looking at.
Thank you. Good to know. So everyone is looking at that right now?
Yeah, everyone's kind of waiting there with anticipation, because he's probably supposed to have come out by now, but he is not.
Dorothy, come here.
Dorothy will walk over.
You should go up there and be a warm-up act for our new bard friend. Do you know what a warm-up act is?
No, but I'm not very good at the singing or dancing.
No. Your particular brand of warm-up act should be a magic show, but nothing harmful or wild. Just cast some simple spells and make them as entertaining as possible, like some illusions or make some pretty colors or some sparks or something to get the crowd's attention, so Beryl and I can go sneak in the locked door.
I will go up the front and I will use some
and tell jokes while you're doing it.
I'm going to go attempt to make some jokes.
Alright, so you're doing some prestidigitations. Alright, well, before we get too far into that, we probably should stop here. Because we are over a bit. Let's do MVP votes. Now, who wants to play this bard? I mean, I could do his personality. I would just need someone to play him.
Well, if Beryl's going to be doing Titus and I'm going to be doing Val, I think it's Dorothy.
Am I doing Titus? Okay.
Or you can
that's fine.
take the bard and Dorothy can take Titus.
No, I'd rather do Titus. He's a fighter, right? That's a little... Yeah, I don't
can
know.
do the bard. I'm not very good at bards. I've never played the bard. I'm happy to play and use him as combat. No, I'll use the bard.
Just remember, bardic inspiration.
Just keep us alive and buff us up and whatever else feels right.
And bardic inspiration.
I'll just have to go create this bard at some point.
Yes. All right.
Sorry, Lou.
I actually forgot that I had
I can create the bard if you want to just set up a character sheet for him. I can do that tomorrow, and then you can look over what I do.
Sure. So his character is already in the journal. I'll go ahead and give you control.
Do you want me to?
I forgot that I had controlled Titus for one of the combats. So yeah.
All right,
do you want me to set him up as a character or as an NPC?
You can set him up as a character. That's fine.
Okay.
I was going to make him a sidekick, but I don't know if there is a build for Bard as a sidekick. I know there's a bunch of different ways you can build sidekicks, but I don't know if there's a Bard build. So
Yeah, it would have to be like a. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. It'd have to be a spellcaster.
we could just make him a bard. It's fine.
If you make the character sheet a
We can
player,
nerf him by having him be a lower
then you
character
have
though.
options.
Well,
Lower
he is
level.
going to be lower level. He's not going to be the same
Yeah.
level as you guys. If
That
you
makes
want him
sense.
to level up, he would have to train, which would cost money.
If AK is building him, then or if Trey is building him, then like let them know what level.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just-
So he would be level 12.
Okay.
Still
Yeah.
very good.
Level 12 bard, and
We might end up loaning him the stuff of healing, but let's meet him first.
Yeah.
he might end up running off with it.
True.
I'm just gonna warn you.
Yeah, that
Just
is
gets
a
drunk
chance.
and sells it for booze.
That's
Go ahead and
possible.
give me MVP votes
Supply
really
him with
quick.
booze, though.
That's true.
You
If you
know,
just keep him
maybe he'll
nice
follow
and
us around.
liquored up. All right. So Beryl with 2 votes. You are MVP.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even put my vote in, guys. I seriously was switching
Vote for
screens.
yourself.
I
Well,
was
it doesn't matter.
switching
You can't beat
put
your
in my
own vote.
vote, and Lou goes, okay, so Beryl with 2 votes.
Yeah, because you can't beat that.
Yeah.
When there are 3 people.
I was in the other screen like taking notes, and so like he said that, and he said something about, and I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta go put that in. And then as I was switching screens, yeah.
Well, they both voted for you, so.
Well, thank you. Thank you,
Congratulations.
all right, and I actually I did not have a ton of Oh no, actually, never mind. Beryl has a good amount of inspiration. Beryl's actually good on story points and inspiration. But thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some notes, but yeah, good game, everyone.
Yep,
If we
thanks,
want
Lou.
to, if we want to talk about making characters for a lower level group, I can certainly.
Will we be starting at level 1?
Yes, this.
Will
this.
we be using this game, or will you make a new game?
It would be it would be a new game, but it would be your world, so it'd be the same world.
Yeah. Okay.
It would be this this version of Gaian.
I gotta think about what I want to play in this particular like kind of situation, but I'm good with this, and I think we should all either start building or thinking about or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to start building mine. If it's just level 1, that won't take me very long at all.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
For me, it's more
I
about.
do have to make the campaign and like give you guys invites to it because it will be a separate Roll20 game.
I honestly.
So yeah, I just would have to generate
to some extent, I like with this being a dungeon crawl. Like I kind of some of my other character concepts. I think I need to do. I'm not sure that. And I don't know. I have trouble getting into my characters sometimes. Some characters I built that I was excited about, I didn't end up enjoying playing or feeling like I played well. And so I don't know. I want to think about what should I build that I might like in this situation, because I don't know if my other characters would be good for the dungeon crawl thing or the frequent combat thing. I don't know. I'm not that we're relatively frequent combat in this game, but I don't know. I have to think about it, but I'm totally good with us. Yeah. We can try this. We'll have fun no matter what.
It's not going to be next week, but just start thinking about what you'd want to play.
Yeah, I feel like next week we're gonna recruit a bar. we're gonna visit maybe the Shadowfell or the Twilight Sanctuary on the edge of the void, and we're gonna scoop up some gold. Maybe see what's up with the Raven's Queen's servants and our people that are there at Twilight Sanctuary. And then, I don't know, we might do a couple other errands, like the belt or the glaive. I don't even know, though, if the glaive is actually going to be there, and I don't know how we get there. Like, Beryl has a chance of getting there with the tree thing, but there's no guarantee. And then we head for the tower. We jump back under the row of halls and see what we find. Right? Is that the plan?
I believe so.
That's it. It kind of just, like I said, it depends on how long that piece is going to take, because if it makes sense to not start that until we potentially have new players, then maybe we don't go there yet. Well, I was just thinking, what's a good starting point to bring new players in?